we're very focused on how do we get things done? How do we kind of triage this situation? What is the best possible thing that we can do in the shortest amount of time with the resources that we have? Just how do we effectively make this work? You kind of had to go into a mix of maybe startup mentality and crisis management. Good design builds trust. If you have a good user experience, you're going to trust that brand more. And we need to ask ourselves on every aspect that we communicate digitally, are we building trust or are we eroding trust? For all departments to realize that the digital tools that we use are not just supplementary to the experience, they are the experience of your program, of your brand. Yes, there's a lot of stakeholders, students, alumni, other partner institutions, corporates, but it's these corporates, these companies who are hiring our graduates every year who we need to make sure we're continuing to provide value to. There are 5 industries which predominantly employ our graduates, and that is finance, consulting, healthcare, manufacturing, and technology. So we need to really look at what's happening in those industries, what is the need for an MBA graduate in those industries in the geographic markets that we serve. We are not a program that is serving the global employment market. We really see statistically that most of our graduates, so over the last 5 years, roughly 70% of our graduates have gone into the Swiss labor market, and up to 20% go into the German labor market upon graduation. So there we really need to understand what are the dynamics of these employment markets, what do these companies need, where are these industries heading, and now of course, how has coronavirus impacted these industries, and what is the knock-on effect to us?
Putting it all together, it's an experience, and I think too often in education we talk about courses, we talk about learning, learning and learning difficulties and teaching, but we don't talk about the experience. And experience, it's something that a person goes through in the MBA program right from the start, and maybe even earlier, right? When they start to inquire about the program. So that experience or that journey starts about a year in advance, then you go through another year of it in a full-time or 2 years in a part-time, and then you become an alum. That experience continues. And what we need to do is really focus on that experience, the design of it, so that it somehow makes sense, and it's somehow that it's something that you remember, and it's something that makes you want to come back to the school and contribute. I think we will continue to really position ourselves in this direction, being relevant, being in touch with the outside world, being relevant in terms of what we teach, in terms of what the job market needs. We will pursue that, and I think that ultimately the goal for me personally is to start to see what we do here as a platform business. And no one uses that expression in relation to education. We're used to hearing this sort of, in the digital world, Facebook is a platform business, right? I don't know, Airbnb is a platform business. No one talks about education as a platform business. But if you want to be relevant, effectively that's what you're doing. You're creating a platform onto which people can come, contribute, and leave. And it's about us doing this, it's about externals doing this, it's also about students and alums doing it. Everybody has the option to participate and to engage in this platform, to take what they want out of it, and then move on. This is how I see ourselves going forward. We need to have ideas, and we need to take risks. Somehow risk is negative. It's all about minimizing risk. But at some point you need to maximize certain risks around certain ideas that you really believe in. And we will have to take some risks around prototyping the things that we want to see happen.